All right. We're on pace. I want to say that first, that we're right on track. Everything's great. We're going to do 4.3 today and finish that up very easily. I actually did the homework for it, I think, yesterday, and it was not too bad. I just have to tell you a couple like little hints as before we go through it. But if you notice, there was that chapter 3 that was supposed to be due yesterday, and I actually extended it and didn't tell you. I'm so sorry. So, oh, what? Now you're mad at me, aren't you? I'm so sorry. But now you can go back and do more if you want. I don't know. Well, I didn't get to see you yesterday. That was it. Man, bad Chad. Um, so yeah, I extended it to Friday just in case. Now you got a little extra time. But honestly, I just did it for all my classes. I had to do it for my algebra folks, so I just did it for everybody. Anyways, so chapter 4 right now is due this upcoming Monday, and that's fine because we're going to be done with it like here in just about 10 minutes or so. I don't know. And then the exam is next week. And so what I want to do next week on Tuesday, and maybe even Thursday, I would like to review for the exam. So like basically, there's this practice exam right here, and we would just pull this up. And like you have it also, but we would pull up the practice exam, do it together, make sure we're ready for that next week, like Tuesday. Is that cool? Yeah. Any questions on what we're doing there? Okay, so I'm gonna do 4.3, and it'll be pretty easy actually. So 4.3, here we go. We're gonna talk about it. So let's do some of this drawing stuff here. So what we've been doing, hello, and hello. What we've been doing is like scatter plots and best fit lines and stuff. So you have all these like dots, and then you say best fit line on it. Super easy stuff. What we're gonna do today is go through some of these other. Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I know. I'm glad you got it back. That's a good thing. So what we're going to do today is this thing called r squared. And like this is the big formula of the day, which you're not going to use the formula anyways. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to look for r squared. So that's r squared is how you would say that. All it is it's like a percentage of like good, I guess, kind of like what we've done with r. But this is the official one, and they specifically say hello. They specifically say it's like the percentage explained. So I would say it's the percentage explained is what they're going to be saying it. Hold on, let me rewrite that one more time. So it's the percentage explained. That's going to be like part of the definition all the time. So let me give you an example. So the average height of a human, let's just go 5'8", right? Why is not everyone literally 5'8"? Why is there some people that are taller, some people that are shorter? Right, shrug. Like I don't know. That's just how it is. Well, this is that percentage of explaining why that's happening. Okay. So like I guess in a way it's saying along the line, how far away are you from the line, and is that okay or not? That's blah blah blah. It's a percentage. That doesn't have to make a lot of sense, but it's close enough. Okay. When they say explained, you're going to use explained. I'm going to move on. Okay, cool. So let's do some stuff. This picture right here is what we're going to use for the questions below. So I'm like going to like talk about it and scribble and stuff like that. So we got just some dots, we got a line, and then got all this stuff here. It says if no club speed is information's given, what would be a good average? And really, I'm just going to say this is an average for yards. And if you can see here, they got yards right here. And the average is right in the middle. It's this line right here. It's this number right here. You see how it says Y bar? That bar part, that's Y bar. It means average. So if they say if there's no club speed information given, you would just put in that number, 266.75. On the homework, it'll just give you a picture. You put that number in, you're done. Okay? It's like very simple. And they have to give you the number. I can't find it on my own. Are you okay with saying just the average is a good like ballpark? Like I was talking about earlier, I said, hey, what's just give me the height of a human. Give me the height. And you're going to be like, oh, I probably just ought to say the average. There you go. 5'8". Cool? That makes sense? Just give me an average. If we know what's going on at 103, it says, what's my yards at 103? Well, golly, I have it right here, 103. And so right here, you go all the way up, you go back over, and they already did it for you. It's right there. So that's your answer. At 103, what's my number? It's 270.3. Right there. Are y'all okay just pulling numbers from this graph? Like, I don't want to go too deep into this because it's really not a big deal. And then it says, what's the actual amount at 103? Like, what's the dot saying? So I'm going to go back up here, and you see how there's a dot here? So what am I going to put this time? 274. Very good. Okay, awesome. But all of these numbers are really close. It's just, just roundabout thing. It says the difference between the actual and this is different. So what are you supposed to say? Like, I'm asking, why are humans different heights? And I literally just put question marks because I don't know what to say. It's not on the homework, so just let it go. Is that okay? Cool. I'm going to keep scrolling, okay? I'm going to keep scrolling because, like, this is the actual, like, math part of things. It says calculate r squared. And guess where we're going to go to find r squared? StatCrunch. You got it. StatCrunch. And we've already done all this steps before. There's literally nothing new here. Let me pull up the homework and pull up StatCrunch. And I'm going to go through the homework with you as well, because I think the workbook's pretty good here, but it's still missing some very important stuff that I really, really need to show you. Let's do that. Let me scroll it in a bit more here. Okay. One more. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to start putting in my numbers. Here we go. So 100, 102. Can y'all type as fast as me? No? Oh, if you had a computer? Do y'all ever do like those typing challenges? How fast you can type? Oh, really? Are you like how many words per minute? I don't know. You sure? Okay, that's cool. Is that fast? Stenographers. That's a scientific word. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Dang. Not AI. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Off topic. Okay, so stat, regression, simple linear. Good with that? We've done this before. X with X, Y with Y, first, second, whatever you want to do, compute. And I'm looking for R squared. Okay, so, gosh, man, okay. Pull up and pull over. There we go. I'm looking for R squared. Oh, look, right there. It's R. Bless you. So my R is 0.88114. A lot of times they're going to say blah, blah, blah percentage on the homework. If I had to put a percentage, what percentage would this be? 88%. And a lot of times it'll do like one decimal. So 88.1. That's a very common answer on the homework. Are you okay doing that on your homework about, I don't know, 20 times? What's up? It's not 20 times. Sure. Yeah, from the very beginning. So I got my data in. You're good with that? Stat, regression, simple linear. Good with that so far? And then I go 1 and 2, or again, X and Y, first and second, whatever you got to have. Good with that? And then just hit compute and you're done. Right there. R. Good? Good. Keep cruising. See how it says right here, R squared, and they have a percentage? Exactly. So like, what am I going to put in the box? So let's do this one in StatCrunch just like the last one. So here we go. Sound effects included. 26.75. And if I mess up, you tell me, okay? You say, hey, Chad. And I'm like, what? So y'all are watching me, right? Yes, Chad. Whatever happened to those days, right? The early days. Do you remember when everyone would say, yes, Chad? Remember those days? Oh, thank you for remembering me. That was so lovely. Now you're just doing. So same thing. 1, 2, X, Y, whatever they give you, and here we go. Arsk. Bless you. So if I have to put a percentage here, again, what we got was the 7, 8, 9. So what would I actually put for my percentage is 78.9. Very good. Percent. You got it. So it says interpret what this means. So then that's going to be the 78.9 again, right there. Variation in, and this is, and it says explain, just in case you want to know, there's explain there. But what do we put right here is always, always, always the Y value. Always the Y value. As in, what would be my Y? Give me a name for my Y values. Looking around here. Right? Like it has a name next to it. Head circumference right there. Head, oh, didn't even spell that one right. Head circumference. Is it making sense? Always. Hey, Chad, what do I put in that box on another problem? The Y value. Whatever's the Y value. Whatever it is. This time it's the head circumference. Any questions on how to put those guys in? Are we good there? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keep moving. It says match them up, and this is actually from the homework. It looks just like this thing, but they use like Roman numerals. And so I'm looking to see again percentage good. Just think percentage good. So I got basically 90%. I got 27%. And what's this guy? Just a 1. What is that going to be? What percentage is that? 100%. Very good. So I want to match them all up. This guy right here. Look at this guy. He's literally looking. What's the word for it? Perfect. He's looking perfect. So what would you say is a perfect score on a test? 100. You got it. What about this guy versus this guy? Who's going to get the 90%? A or C? The one on the, yeah, this guy. So he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So I'm going to go with 90% for this one. And this one here, see how it's kind of scattered? We got some outliers and stuff like that. So I'm going to say this is bad. And what is a bad score on a test? 27%. But you're not going to get that. No way you're going to get a 27%. Are you feeling me on this? Thank you. Yes. Any questions about matching it up? Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a percentage, right? We can do percentages. I'm going to keep scrolling then. So residuals, big topic right here, okay? Residuals are basically a difference. It's a difference between the actual and the predicted. And there was a formula for this last time, but I don't think we were ever going to use this one. But residual was actual minus predicted. Okay, so I just want to remind you that little formula there. But we're not going to use it. Just the thing is that we've seen it before. So what is a residual actually supposed to do? It's basically the difference or the distance from the line. So there's a dot and then there's the line. And that distance right here, that distance is the residual, okay? Yeah. And so the bigger residuals, the further away it is, the worse it is, right? Imagine that you had to find a line, and I'm just going to make up an example here. What if I had these dots right here, and I said, hey, draw a line for these guys. Here, go on, draw a line for these guys. And you're like, ew, right? Because it's not really great. Here's the best thing I can come up with. But notice that there's a lot of distance. It's always vertical distance. There's a lot of distance that they have from these points. You feeling me on that? That's an ew graph. Okay. Versus, what if I had these guys like this? Can you draw a line much easier for that one? And it's because the distances are much smaller, smaller residuals, smaller differences. Cool? It was just a blah blah moment because we're going to go right back to doing answers and stuff here. Okay, I had to go through the homework to even find out what they wanted here, and I'm just going to write it down. Not linear. And here, I think the word is linear. I'm pretty sure, okay? What I want to talk about is this residual graph, okay? This is probably 80% of your homework is right here, okay? So I'm going to show you what it looks like when we get to the homework. I'll show you here in just a second as well. But this is a different kind of scatter plot. Notice it says residual on the side. See the residual? Okay. What they're looking for is a pattern or not a pattern. And so, like looking at this guy, can you draw a shape for this? Not just a straight line, but can you draw a shape for this guy? Yeah? What was it looking like? Just give me a name for this in English. A parabola, a cup, a hill, something like that, right? See how there's a pattern here? That you could draw a pattern? So then I would have to say that this is not linear, okay? And by that, I'm saying if I come up with a line, it's not going to make a lot of sense. Okay? The best way to describe that is the actual graph for this. It looks something kind of like this here. Okay? Now, draw one straight line for this guy. And you would have to do this. Is that a really good representation there? No. So this is all bad because of this pattern thingy here. Does this have a pattern? Can you draw a pattern like a curvy shape for this? Something like this, right? If you can do that, it's not linear. I'm just telling you straight up. This guy, I don't know about this guy. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just going to leave that one on. I never saw him, so that's fine. Does this have a pattern? It's all just kind of mixed up, isn't it? No pattern. And if there's no pattern, then yes, you can do the linear. It's like here in this case, what does the actual graph look like? It kind of looks like this, the actual graph. So I know this is kind of like a weird double. Yeah, go ahead. These are residuals. These are distances away from this line, yeah. So like this distance right here is right here, basically. Yeah. It's a weird kind of mind game, but I'm going to tell you on the homework when we come to this, you're just looking for patterns or not patterns. Hello. Not linear. Yep. Pattern and linear are opposites. Okay. Is there a pattern for this one? No pattern. Linear. I'm telling you, this is how the homework looks. The homework's going to ask, is there a pattern or not? Is it linear or not? That kind of thing. Is there a pattern for this? No pattern. So then yes, linear. No pattern. Yes, linear. So they're like opposites of one another. Okay. But we'll see that on the homework here in a few minutes. Again, patterns, not linear. No patterns, linear. They're opposites. Good enough? We're going to keep scrolling. Okay, so they say, do it. Like, and find all this graph stuff. And I think they have, oh, I'm looking ahead. Oh, here we go, here we go. I knew that they would have these graphs of the residuals. This is that moment where I'm going to show you what to do on the homework like 80 times. But here we go. Let's go to StatCrunch. I'm going to start putting this stuff in. So brand new problem. The cool thing is that you don't have to type this on your homework. You just click the button. Isn't that so nice? Because, like, look, I got like 5-digit numbers here. So give me a second, guys. Oh, I don't want to duplicate here. Don't do that, Chad. No way. 6, 4, 6, 3. Hello. Here we go. 19995. We're almost there. We're almost there. And finally, the last one. This one's going to be messed up. to get rid of that line. Okay, last one. 4, 8. Okay, we got it. So just like all the other times, I'm going to do the same thing. Stat, regression, simple linear. That's all of chapter 4. Anytime in chapter 4, stat, regression, simple linear. Cool so far? And of course, first with the first, second with the second, and I'm going to hit go. The thing is that we're not done with this stuff here. I'm going to have to go and add more to it and change it later. But for right now, it's just asking for, hey, what's the basic stuff here? I'm just going to hit compute, okay? So we'll come back and edit that stuff a little bit later. Okay, cool. So let's start answering stuff. It says, hey, draw a scatter plot for all this stuff here. Isn't only the 3? It's only the 3. So out of these 3, well, we have another page, right? Look, there we go. So we're looking at the stars, right? Which one makes the most sense, A, B, or C? Which one looks the same as this? C. Yep. You see, don't we have the little dipper right there? Oh, look. Right? Because it's like a pattern in a way. And we got the 3, the triple dots up there. Yep. So we're looking at the stars. Not too bad there, right? Cool. It says, what's this correlation coefficient? What they're saying is R equals. We've seen this before. This is no big deal. Back to page 1. R, right there. This guy, right there. So I got a negative 0.954. Awesome. So that's your answer. Based on this, there's a linear relationship, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Let me see what kind of options we have. This is all just from the homework. I'm going to put exists. I'm going to put exists. I don't know if that's actually what's there or not, but we'll see later. Since the, and I had no clue what to put here, I'm sorry, is higher than the critical value, and this is where we have to pause, okay? So I'm going to go back up for a second, okay? There was one piece that we didn't fill in, is this stuff right here. And these are your critical values. They're literally just saying copy down what number it is. How many units do we have here? Like how much is my n? How much is my total? Like start like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Did y'all get 12? There's 12 units, 12 elements. So this is our number here. And here we go, 5, 7, 6. That's what they want in this box here. So I'm going to put the 5, 7, 6. It's just copy paste. And they'll give it to you on the homework. So you click on the thing, count it, we're good. Are y'all okay right now with critical value being, yeah, what's up? Yeah, the number of how many of those guys you got. Yes. It's not just X, but how many like pairs. Yes, I like that. That's good. Good question there. It says find the least squares regression line. Well, we have that. It's right up here. We've already done all this too. It's this 20,000 something or other up there. So I'm just copying that down. And notice again, they want the slope first. Which one is my slope out of these two? Is it a 20,000 or the 2,000? The 2,000. So it's a negative 2,000.54. It says nearest integer. Is that the nearest integer for what I got right here? Looks a little bit off. You're going to help me, right? What's this? What's the nearest integer for this guy? Yeah, 55, right? Thank you. And then this guy here is the other one, which is the 20,000, 976. Those are my two answers there. All of this is no different than what we normally had, right? We've already seen this from all the other things. What's going to happen now is the second half of it is going to be new, okay? Cool so far? Overall? Any questions? Yeah, go ahead. Down here? Oh man, I'm sorry. What can I do about that? I can tell you to move the middle. Just playing with you, bro. Yes, R. He's right here, this guy. Yep. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. All good. Just R. That's what we had been using for all the other stuff. I called it percentage good. And it's still a great definition. So here I'm basically saying it's 95% good, which that's pretty good. Yeah, well, like okay, it's that gray area where like if you got 70%, is that like a good score? 50% is not that great anymore, you know, that kind of thing. So it's just telling me how good is the line that I'm going to put on this thing, right? Like when I go over here, I put a line on it. That line's pretty good. See, that line's pretty good. Cool, cool. Okay, so here's the new stuff. We've already seen that. Here we go to new stuff. Are you good? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Scroll. They're saying find the residuals. Like this is legitimately what you like. You got to pay attention because we're going to do this here. Okay. Options, edit. Or if you were starting brand new, you would just come back to this page. Options, edit brings you back to what we have here, right? I want this residual graph, the residuals. So I'm looking around for residuals somewhere. It says graphs. Oh, residual, look at that. That's not it. Don't write it down. Oh, I almost got you. Sorry. I tried this one and it looks junky. Let me show you. It's like it's not what we're looking for. Like I'm just confused. That's not it. That's not it. So it's not this guy. But if I scroll down, you see residual versus x values. That's it. Write that down. Write that down. That is the thing right here. You're going to literally use it like 30 times on the homework. So residuals versus x values. That's what you're using on the homework. Okay. Everything else is the same, but that's the one you have to click. 4.3. You got it. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the homework here in a minute too, because we're almost done. I'm going to hit compute. And so when you go to the graph now, it's going to show that residuals chart. Now, look at my A, B, and C. Which one is this one? A, B, or C? B, obviously. You're looking at the stars and you got a triple dots. You know, you got this little zigzag. I don't know, whatever you need to do to make it look like a good one. But there you go. That's the one we wanted. Cool? So now you know where to go. Residual versus x values. You have to do this. This is under the graph little subsection, I guess. Cool? Last bit. We're almost done with this. It says, based on the residual blah, blah, blah. And I had to just fill in something here. Let me see here. I put the word is. And then I put no discernible pattern. Discernible pattern. Okay. Now this is still not the greatest thing ever. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. Like I did not make this workbook. Okay. So I go up to the person who made the workbook and I say, hey, can you look it over for me? And she was like, oh yeah, everything's great except for this last one. She got a completely different answer here. She says there is a pattern. Now, and I said, well, I don't see it. And so we had a small debate. So I'm telling you because this is important for your homework as well. Is there a pattern here? Can you draw a line of some kind? Can you draw a line for this guy? So these are patterns. Pattern for sure. Can you draw a line for this guy? She said you can do this. And I was like, I don't know about that. So that was her pattern. But I disagree. I think there's no pattern because it just kind of looks all over the place, in my opinion. You see the difference? And so then we had a nice debate, and basically we decided, well, shrug. Now, I did the homework 100% already, and I never had an issue. So when I'm going to go through it, don't worry about it. This one here, I'm going to say not a pattern, and we're good to go. Okay, cool? Okay, it'll be very clear on the homework. I do have a couple notes I want to write down. And so this is what I have for you, okay? Like little notes you're going to have to know. So on number 9 on the homework, like specifically, they're going to say words. And you need to know what's X and Y. I'm telling you, X is the speed in miles per hour. That's a miles per hour. And then Y is the distance in feet. Okay. So on number 9, this is for sure how you have to do it. They don't say that. They kind of just leave you hanging. So I'm telling you right now, when you get to number 9, this is what you need to do there is X and Y. Okay. So and I'll show you when we get there. And then the last one, on a lot of the homework, And again, I've already done this. I'm going to show you all over again. Stat, regression, simple linear. Okay, so that's fine so far. Simple linear. We've already done all that before. But when you're there, you need to go to that graphs section and change it to residuals versus x values. I know I just said that, but I'm going to say it again, okay? Because it's important. It's like almost every single homework question has this. And that's it. And then we're into chapter 5, which I will get to here in a little bit. What I want to do now is go to the homework and show you it's not that scary, okay? It's actually very straightforward. As long as you follow this graphs residual thing, it's no problem at all. Cool? Any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh yeah, what's up? It's going to come up on number 9, and it was confusing to me. And like, if it's confusing to me, I think that it might be confusing for y'all. So I was like, oh no. So I wanted to write down a little note for it. But yeah, when we get there, I'll just like point it out again. Once you know this, then the whole thing is super easy. So here we go. Onward we go. And I think I'm just going to get rid of that for right now. Okay, here we go. So multiple choice. It says the blank r squared measures blah, 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 blah. I know we had that somewhere on as a definition. R squared, right there. Coefficient of determination. Let me see if that's one of the options. Boom. We're done. That was easy. Yay, free points. You got a 10% already. Yeah. I know it's not that exciting. Multiple choice. Look, we saw this on the workbook, right? Isn't that perfect right there? What would be a perfect score? Yeah, what would be a perfect score out of these three? Yeah, the 1.0. So B, I'm going to say it's the 1 graph. Yeah. And then out of these two, which one's better, 2 or 3? 3 is better. And which one's higher between A and C? Which one's higher? C is higher, so it's better. And we just do this. You're just matching them. You're just matching them like we did earlier. That's all. Now you got a 20%. Boom! Look how fast. I'm telling you, this homework's a little bit easier than the others. Okay. I am not going to type that by hand because we got StatCrunch. Boo-doo, boo-boo. that was a little bit high, but that's okay. We made it right. Should I make like a little theme song for StatCrunch? Put it on my YouTube channel? What do you think? Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, soundboard? Okay. You'll have to tell me about it later. So stat, regression, simple linear. And see how it says X and Y right here? So put X with X and put Y with Y. Right? But that's why I was saying about number 9. It doesn't do that. So we have to know which one to put, right? That's why I said on number 9 what to do. Okay, I'm just going to hit compute. And it gives us a lot of numbers. Shroop. Out of all those, I'm looking for R. Excuse me. I'm sorry. R. What's my number that I'm going to put in the R? What's the number? What am I putting? 731. Uh-oh. Because it's asking for a percentage. There it is. 73.1. That's what they're wanting. It's like the whole number thing, right? So shift it over twice. It says interpret it. Wow, we're actually doing what we just did a second ago on the workbook. So remember I was supposed to say that every time we're going to be doing the Y value. So which one's the Y value in this case? Head circumference is my option. Bam, Y value. Oh, that was it? That was the entire problem. Let me go back. That was almost too fast. I just wanted to like, okay, well, there you go. I guess I had different numbers now. I don't want to move on that fast. Why do they like change it on me all of a sudden? Anyways. Yeah, I'm going to move on. Oh, it's multiple choice. Don't show completed anymore. Stop it. Is there a pattern for this? Do you see like a pattern that you could draw like a cool curly line with that? No way. No pattern, yes, linear. They're opposites of one another. No pattern, yes, linear. So I'm going to say yes, linear. Seeing the opposites again? Look, we're at 40% already. Yeah. I want to get to like a real. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is there a pattern with this residuals? Can you draw like a cool curly line or something? Yeah. Yes, pattern. No linear. There you go. So I need to know which one makes sense. Yes, pattern. No linear. Which one would you actually be putting? Yes, pattern. No linear. Huh? You like D? Because it says something about patterns, right? There it is. Patterns. Yes, patterns. No linear. Opposites of one another. Okay. What are other opposites in life? Come on, I'm trying to think here. No. Yes, car, no truck. You're like, bro, I got both. Or you can say, no, I got none. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something opposites, right? Okay, keep cruising, keep cruising. So we got a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, Chad, that looks like a lot, but it doesn't matter. You got X and Y. That's all really is going on here. So this is the first one, which is going to ask for the residual graphs and stuff like that. Notice it says residual on the side here. So this is the first one. Let's actually go through this whole problem. I'm going to try to go slow so I can go through and do like, piece by piece. What am I going to do with this guy, right? Okay. And they're wanting which graph it's going to be. Where do I click again to go and find all this stuff? Like, what do we do in all of chapter 4? Not graph. Stat. Regression this time. Simple linear. Very good. And then X. What should I put in X? X. And what should I put in Y? Y. Yep, because it says X and Y right there, basically, right? Pretty straightforward, right? But now they're looking for this residual graph. Where am I supposed to go for that one? Yep. Oh, this guy, right? Not that one. Oh, residuals versus X values. That's what they're looking for. Residual versus X values. That's the one place you got to click. You have to click that. Otherwise, ain't going to work. Good with that? I'm going to hit compute. Bloop. And they give us a lot of numbers, and that's fine. We'll come back to those later. I really want to know the graph. So page 2, and there we go. So out of these, is it A, B, or C? B, right? It looks like a curvy thing. Curvy thing. Like a parabola, I guess, if you're going to go all algebra and pre-cal on me. Okay, anyways. So, hey, yes, pattern, no linear. Yes, pattern, no linear. Which one makes the most sense there? It says, is it linear? Blah blah. Yes, pattern, no linear. Which one? A. See, it says yes, pattern, no linear. There it is. Well, then don't. I mean, I don't want to be like straight with you. I do want to be straight with you. Either way, whatever's best for you. Yeah, some folks, that's cool. Hey, like I see a lot of y'all have laptops. I'm fine with that. You can do the homework with me. I'm fine with that. Or if you want to just stare at me and take notes, that's also cool. It's both ways. I just want to make sure that you find your happy spot, right? You find a happy spot where you like it. Was that it? That was it. That was all we had to do. We're already at 60%. Is that good enough? Can I just call it a day now? No? So this is very similar to everything else. I'm not too worried about it. It's just asking the multiple choice stuff again. Let's keep cruising for a second. We've already seen this one. It's like just a copy and paste of the last one. But I'm wondering more about that question 9 coming up, right? Is this question 9? Let me see here. That's the question 9. I warned you literally specifically about this question. So let's see. I'm going to go through the whole thing with you, okay? So here we go. It says speed or distance and speed. Yeah? But what did I say was the x value? Huh. That's interesting. Huh. So, okay, because it's mixed, isn't it? Isn't it all flipped on you? So let's try this thing out. It says, what proportion, distance, blah, 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 explained. Explained. Haven't I seen that a couple times? And I was making a point about it, right? Right here. It's r. Yeah, it's r. Right? If you see the word explained, they're meaning this r squared. Exactly. Yes. That's what I was making a point about. Yes. Stat, regression, simple linear. But now I'm going to ask, which one is my true x for this case? Speed. I know that's weird because that's the second one, and then this is the first one. But I'm telling you, I told you to check that out, okay? Because, like, they're doing it on purpose. You know how the homework is trying to get you? Trying to get you. I did not make the homework. I'm going to remind you. I did not make the homework, okay? Compute. Let's see what we got. All right. It's looking for r squared. R. What would I actually be putting for that? There it is. This number. 23.1 rounded. Sweet, sweet. Now, when you're looking here, what kind of graph are we needing? The residual. See, it says residual. Everything's a residual graph. I don't think I clicked that button, did I? I don't think I clicked it. So options, edit. So you can go back. Oh, you already know it. Graphs, residuals versus x values right there. Just like what we did all the other times. Hit compute. And let's go find that graph. Bloop. Oh, man. So which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Which one's the best one for you? I like D also. It kind of looks like a man with a hat on, you know? See the hat on him and he's kind of walking around? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, a question mark. Oh, yeah. Cool. Awesome, awesome. And it says, is there any problems with this thing here? So this is an interesting question. They're just saying, is there any problems with this graph or something like that? Now, it's all over the place. So no pattern, yes linear, right? So we could say that. But at the same time, we only got 23% good. It's not very good, right? What if you got a 23 on the exam? Is that good? No way. So that ain't no good. So something, I don't know what to put here. What do y'all think? Just tell me what you think, huh? D? Let's start with that, right? There we go, right? I like that. Thank you. No pattern, yes linear, I guess. So approximately blank, and this is that same number, I'm guessing. Yep, there you go, 23.1. Variation in, this is, and this is always the y value, which is, what's the y value again? I think that's the x. Yeah, distance. Remember, yeah, I had to go back and read it again. But yeah, distance is my y value. And it appears to be appropriate, I guess. Again, no pattern, yes linear. Okay, that's kind of what they're trying to go with. And you see that. I'm trying to break it down in English, plain English. I'm trying. I'm saying, hey, yeah, no pattern, yes linear. But then I still have to read it and see what they're trying to say in their mathy words. You know what I mean? So we have to go and try to interpret, I guess you can say. I got only one more, like the last one. And it's basically the same style as all the others. They give us an X and a Y, and they say go through the graphs and stuff. Not worried about it, honestly. Your call. I can do it if you want, or we can just move on. Yes, do it. One yes means a yes. Let's do it. So back to the data table. StatCrunch. And again, we have the X and Y already set up. Stat, regression, simple linear. X, Y, and Y, right? X with X, Y with Y. If they tell it to me, we're good to go. Cool so far? Now, I'm going to ask, all these little graphs here, are they saying residual graph? No. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to leave it alone. If they say residual, sure, I'll go and do the residual, but not yet. They're not asking right now. So I click compute. Okay. Which one? Yeah, I like D. It looks like we got little things close, and it goes whoop, 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 whoop. Sound effects included. Do you want me to do that again? Whoop, 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 whoop. He says the correlation between these guys. Correlation. There's a key word there. Correlation. Correlation. I think I've seen that somewhere over here. Correlate. Oh, right here, right here. Correlation. Ha. I think I'm just gonna put the like number 9, 8, 9. Some rounding. Thank you. Hey, look at that. So I got basically 98% good. That's a really good test score, right? So is this linear? I'd say yeah, we're good. Is this a good test score? Yeah, we're good. 98%, we're awesome. Good. Let's see what else we got. It says, oh, the slope and the y-intercept. It's right here. It's these two numbers right here. As you know, though, they're flipped, right? The slope is like the second one this time. So what would I actually be putting in right here in the first box? Yep, exactly. 0, 6, 6. No, rounded. Very good. I like it. And then this guy, what am I putting here? Yep. Very good. Negative 12.5 and pause. See how you have to read? It's very strange. 3 decimals here, but only 1 decimal in the other guy. Ugh. Because I've tried 3 decimals on both, and it says you're wrong. Ugh. It's like so annoying. Okay. Whoa. This is a different kind of graph. What kind of graph are they looking for this time? Residual. Aha. So I have to go back and do it all over again, essentially. And you can. I'm going to do options edit, but you can also just start over, of course. And we're now going to click the residuals with X values. If they ask them for residuals, we can do that. We got that. It's a special graph. Just click that guy, compute. Let's see what we got out of this guy. Looks like a bowl. So A, B, C, or D? C. C looks like a bowl, right? It goes. I don't remember the sound effect I had last time. Sorry. So I made a new one up. Cool. And the last one. Wait, now hold on. Is there a pattern to this? Ooh. Yes, pattern. No linear. All right, so yeah, out of these options here, I had yes, pattern, no linear. How am I supposed to answer that now? Yes to pattern, no to linear. E, yeah, no linear because there is a pattern. You can see like this one here says no, and then it says no pattern. That's not right because there's a yes pattern essentially. So yeah, no, because yes pattern. Yeah, what's up? It just means it like a straight line. So this one here, let me go back to the original. If I did this guy here, if you look at this graph, it's not the best for it to have a line. I can't reach over there, so I'm just gonna like point at it. You see how it kind of looks more like a curve upward, and so a straight line is not perfect, and that's why they're saying it's not the best, not linear. It's not a line. Is that cool? It's still not bad, but it's not the best. We can do a curve and it'd be better. Good question. Cool. We basically did the whole thing. I did 80% of it, so I only skipped 2. Any questions before I move on to the other stuff? Okay, cool. So I want to recap real quick on where we are, what we're doing, and then I'm going to jump back into the workbook, okay? So basically, and I said this earlier, I'm just going to repeat myself. Chapter 3, I had already extended until Friday. Just, I didn't tell you. I'm so sorry, but you already got mad at me earlier. Chapter 4, which we just finished right now, is due this upcoming Monday, okay? And then the exam is next Friday, or at least by next Friday. The plan is that I'm going to start reviewing here on Tuesday and also Thursday. I'll be reviewing for this exam. I'm going to go through all the questions that you'll see, at least most of them, and tell you where to click, what to do. We also have a note card that you can put stuff on, just like this guy, right? The empirical rule stuff, maybe like a formula, whatever you want, as long as it's not a like pure example. But then again, stats, probably not going to be able to do that anyways. So correct. So exams are due sometime during the week, anytime that you have free time. So basically, next week from Monday through Friday, you go into the math lab and say, "I'm here to take a test," and they'll just put the password in, and boom, you're good. But it's on you, on your time, whatever is best for you. Cool. Yeah. I believe so, but we're going to review. I believe there will be vocabulary, and that's another good thing. Again, we can do front and back, so like write tiny little vocab things. We're going to look for that, though. That's exactly what I want to look for. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 100% steps on StatCrunch. I mean, that's like 200% yes. That's the only way you can do that. Go ahead. No, no, that's the thing. You have to. I would say yes, StatCrunch. On the exams, it's just like on a homework or a quiz. Yeah. In fact, you're making a good point. I'm going to declare right now, guys, and this is honest. I'm going to be straight with you, okay? You go into your exam, and if StatCrunch is not pulling up or it's not working, then there's this X at the top corner, and you literally walk away. And I will fix that problem for you next time, okay? I will not have you fail a test because of a computer issue. Do you understand me? Well, okay. I would say pause and at least call someone over, okay? Like, hey, my thing's not working. At least give them a chance. You know what I mean? But if it's not working, you cannot finish your exam without StatCrunch. You have to use StatCrunch. Otherwise, it just can you imagine trying to do all these crazy formulas? Do you remember that crazy one from last time that I never did? Of course. Yes, correct. Their computers. Oh, I know it is. I understand you. And so those kind of issues as well, you bring to me. We'll talk about it. I am a flexible person. Right. Right. We're gonna figure something out. And I'm a flexible person. Oh, 100%. Yes. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk here in a bit. You got it. So there's my promise to you. You feeling me? My promise is StatCrunch is not working or something computer wise doesn't work. You walk away and I'll fix it later. I swear to you right now. You get me? You will not fail this class over a computer issue. Okay, cool. That's on the recording. I will say that. I don't care. Okay, good? Okay, cool. So we're moving on to chapter 5. The reason why I want to keep moving is because next Tuesday I want to start reviewing and I need more time. So I can't do chapter 5 then. I have to do it now. But it's all really easy stuff. In fact, you're not going to use StatCrunch at all for this stuff. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of sad because it's more so calculator. So let me fill in some of these things for you, and then I'm going to talk more about probability here in a second, okay? So I'm literally just filling in these words, these blanks. That's experiment. This is trial. There are going to be questions about these definitions, and then I'm going to give you a whole big spiel on what's actually going on here. So that's outcome. This is sample space. For right now, just copy it down. This is event. Let me scroll here a little bit more. We got this guy here is probability. Probability. And then there's one more down here. I have to zoom out. Minus. I don't know what to put there, honestly. It didn't make any sense. The words experiment has. There was no need for 2 boxes, I guess. And this is unusual event. Let me make sure I'm doing it correctly, okay? Unusual event. Okay. These are very important definitions that you're going to have on the homework, but it's all multiple choice. It'll say, what is this? What is that? You put it in and you're done. Okay. Not a big deal. I have some more definitions that are on the homework and I have to give them to you. They're not all here. The workbook does not do enough. I have to give you more. If you don't mind, I'm going to basically use up the little bitty top part portion of your page, okay? But you tell me when you're done copying this down. Are y'all okay with that? So I can scroll up and keep writing? You tell me when, and you good? I can wait. I don't mind waiting. We're good. And I haven't even told you about what this all is yet. The actual math, this is going to be way cool. This is easy math. This is fun. It's real world stuff. But right now I just have to do definitions. Yes. Yes. Yes, 100%. Yes. You got it. Yep. You good? You good? Say that again? Not the phone. Yeah, they're going to be picky about that for sure. So here's some more little things over here, okay? I have to write these down. Event is one or more outcomes, okay? Like we're going to be looking for this kind of stuff, okay? They're going to have the definition equally likely. Equally likely is each outcome has same probability. Again, I wouldn't do this unless it's actually on your homework. And then we have impossible event, and that is an event where the probability is 0. That's like a 0, I guess. All right, so those are also on there. And then you'll be done with definitions forever, hopefully, because you don't need these. Yeah, that's it. So the very first question on the homework is going to go blah, 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 and just go definitions. Then we can do math. And I'm going to show you the math. It's so cool, and it's stuff that you're familiar with and stuff that you can use in the real world finally. Well, okay, most of the stuff is, but the stuff that you can probably do even in your head and stuff, okay? Like math, numbers and stuff. So far, is that okay with the definitions? Here we go. We're actually going to do real math now, finally. Here we go. So I want you to write a small formula. It's either on the side or over here. I'm going to have to do sideways because I don't have enough thing here. But this is a big-time formula. Your probability is equal to selected divided by total. I will rewrite this formula probably about 10 times over the next few days because it's such an important form. I'm trying to draw a star sideways. It's close enough. Probability is selected over total. That's your huge formula literally for the entirety of chapter 5. And I'm going to use that formula again and again and again. I just wanted to put it like bold face on the very first part because I'm going to show you this so many times. So here we go. Mathy math time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Okay, so here we go. You good? Did it take? Did it work? I'm going to write it down many times. You'll see it again. I think that this is a cool little thing here, and I did it, but then I was also confused about it. And yeah, moving on. So more definitions. I know, right? I'm so sorry. I haven't even told you what this is all about. I really just want to do math, man. But all these definitions, probability distribution, and this one's just a probability. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so what is probability? It's selected over total. I'm going to be selecting some amount of stuff and then finding out of the total. Here's a very easy example. I'm going to say I want to select all the males. So I'm going to count out the males. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. And then I'm going to say, okay, divided by a total. How many total people we got here? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. You get me? Divide them out, you're done. That's what we're going to do literally every single time. And it's going to be very simple. And it's a percentage, and then you're done. I want to get through these little questions here because they're not hard, but they're saying that every one of these probabilities are between 0 and 1, 0 meaning 0%, and 1 is how much percent? 100%. So like every single probability has got to be between 0 and 100. So I'm going to say, what's the probability of me selecting a male in this class? So then I would have a percentage, but it's going to be between 0 and 100. What's the probability of it raining today? 0 to 100, right? All these normal things that we see in real life, right? What's the probability you get in here early to class? It's 0 to 100, right? It can't be a negative. It can't be a negative, and it can't be over 100% for an event to happen. Okay. The last one is this thing here means the sum, or like add it all up. When you add up all of your probabilities, it should be 100%. So here's an example. Let's say that it was 70% chance of rain. 70% chance of rain. What's the probability of not raining? 30. When you take those two numbers, 70 and 30, you add them, what do you get? There it is. Let's say the probability of me selecting a male in here is 40%. Yeah? So what's the probability of female then? Is 60. So they got 40 and 60. When you add them up, what do you get? 100. You see how this works? And so this is what we're going to do now. They're saying, hey, is this legitimate? Is this a good one? Like if I had all these M&Ms in a bag, does this make sense here? So first off, are all of these positive? And they're going from 0 to 100. So far, check mark on all these guys here, right? That's great. But do they all add up to 100? And so what I'm going to do is, I do double lines, but you can do whatever. I'm going to find the total. How would you do the total of those guys? What do I do for this? You add them all up. You going to do that on your fingers? No way. We're going to use Desmos. And you can use any calculator. I'm totally fine with a hand calculator, any kind of calculator, but I'm just wanted to be more visual here about what I'm doing. I'm adding it all up, and it will be done. So, I add it all up. I got a 1. That's perfect, because 1 means how much percentage? 100%. Did everything add up to 100%? Yes. So, yeah, exactly. You got it. So I would say the answer is yes. Yes. And really, it's just multiple choice on the homework. So far, so good? Let's do another one. What about this guy? It says that, whoa, I'm throwing stuff here. It says that, hey, we're missing this number here. Well, one thing I know about all these probabilities is that when I add them up, I need to get a 100. I need to get a 1.0 and 100%, right? So how can I then find out what's missing here? Perfect. It is exactly right. You add up what you got, and then you find out what it is and subtract it from 100. Yeah, exactly. You got it. 765, 11, 5, 25, 35. So this is what we have so far. So then I have 98.5%. So what am I missing out of that, right? Yes, exactly. Exactly. You subtract them, and like you said, the 15. Very good. 0.015. That's the answer that they're wanting there. So how did I do that? I said 100 minus, add it all up, essentially. So far, so good, right? Is this easy math? Yes? Okay, that's good. That's good. It's going to stay that easy. There's only like 2 weird things, but that's much in the future. Now, this is an interesting question. It says, is working at home considered unusual? And really, it's the numerics. Unusual means less than 5%. So I'm just reminding you, I think we talked about this a long time ago, but less than 5% is what they're saying. Well, work from home. If you go and look, work from home is this guy. So the work from home is 0.035, or if you wanted to convert it, isn't that 3.5%? So is that less than 5%? Yeah, that's less. So I would say this is, yes, unusual. That's unusual. I didn't spell it right, but okay, let me try that again. Yeah, I know. I'm a math guy. I can't even spell. Anyways, yes, it is unusual, according to this at least. It's unusual to work at home for what they're saying here. So far, so good. Like, this is what your homework looks like, and I already did this one yesterday as well. I was pleasantly surprised. It was nice and straightforward. Keep cruising, keep cruising. Okay, so this is where it gets fun because we're actually going to do real one. So classic probability. I'm just going to give you what I think this means. It means cards, dice, coins, and other things that have a fixed probability. A fixed probability. And this is just my definition. This is the I can't like that right here. Oh, like this? This? Oh, sure, sure. I'm good with that. Here you go. Perfect. No problem at all. So cards, dice. Thank you, thank you. Cards, dice, and coins is what we're going to be doing here. Who in here plays cards? Cards? Yeah. Dice? Kind of involved. What about have you all ever played Twister? You know the big old thing, and you have to do step it. Yeah, you got to step on the different colors. That's the same stuff, right? Spinner discs, coins, dice, all these weird things that are like fixed for us. We've been using forever. Like thousands of years. We were rolling dice and playing cards. Anyways, so this is another formula. But again, I'm going to remind you again and again that probability that we're going to be doing, probability is equal to selected over total. Selected over total. I'm going to say it so many times you'll be totally sick of it, and that's fine. Selected over total. Okay, so it says, what's the probability? Oh, we got a 6-sided dice. What's the probability of less than 4? So what I'm going to do is list out all the numbers that we can have on a 6-sided dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to select what they are saying. And they said less than 4. What numbers are less than 4? Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. These guys, right? Notice that I'm physically selecting them. Yeah? So I'm going to go back to my probability formula. Probability is, again, selected over total. How many did I actually select? 3 out of, and you just said it's 6. 3 out of 6. 3 selected, 6 total. No, you're good, you're good. So yeah, it's just like elements, I guess you can say. 3 different elements. Very good, very good. So 3 selected over 6, and you can always pull up a calculator for this stuff. So yeah, correct. 0.5, 1/2. I think that they're going to want, well, it says decimals right here. So either way, but they will do fractions on the homework most often. I did the homework. They're wanting fractions also. So just both ways are good. Both ways. Oh yeah, no, I know. I get you. It'll be both ways as we keep going. So that was pretty straightforward, right? Are y'all okay with that? A lot of y'all said you were good with cards. Look at the next question. Yeah. Oh, are you not good with cards? No, we got this. So this is all the cards laid out on the table, essentially, in order. So it's a little bit easier. And say, what's the probability of selecting the 9 of clubs? So I'm going to actually physically select the 9 of clubs. Clubs, 9, this guy right here. I'm going to ask you, see, probability is selected over total. How many did I actually select? 1 selected. What's my total for this whole entire playing card deck? Do you know? 13 per suit, right? And then times 4, it's 52 total. 52. Yeah, all of them. Yep, 52 total. You're good. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? What is my total? And they will change it once in a while, but for now, we're just going to say all of them. Yep, very good. So basically just 1 out of 52. And I'm going to keep it as a fraction. Correct. And I mean, you could go to the calculator, but leave it alone because it's a great number. We're happy with it. Well, let's check it. A tiny number. Tiny number. But yeah, I see it want the fraction more often. It says, okay, the next one, selecting a heart. So my hearts, they're all right here. Exactly. My probability is going to be selected over total. You said 13 selected. My total is again, because this one's a bigger one, yes, it is. So you can go back over here, 1/4, perfect. Another way to see this is we did one suit out of the 4 suits. Cool? Now this one's a funny one. This is just a joke question. Oh, you already got it. Yep. It says select a diamond, heart, club, or spade. Basically, select any card you want. A diamond, heart, club, or spade. It's anybody. So, like, I have 52 divided by 52, essentially. 1, which is 100% essentially, right? 100% of the time, when you pick a card, you'll get a card in your hand. I know it's kind of weird. It's just a funny little joke question they have. Cool, right? Any questions on cards? Are you going to be good enough to count cards now? Huh? No? So a tiny little mini story. I know we're about to leave here in a minute. Tiny mini story. When I was going for my math degree, I was also taking computer classes, and I was on a team of other computer scientists where we were having to count cards using computers. And then I learned how to count cards as a human, so I can program it how to do that. So I know how to count cards. I'm just telling y'all. Oh, well, I'm just not going to tell him when we go there. You know what I mean? You're going to bring me to Vegas now? Is that it? So let's do this last question and we'll be done for the day, okay? So it says 12-sided dice. That's kind of weird, but really they're just saying 1 through 12, okay? So just keep it kind of straightforward. And so we got all these numbers. It says, what's the probability of greater than 2? So what starts greater than 2 would be a 3 and up, all these. So I'm going to count them, okay? So my probability is something selected over the total. Yeah, it's 10. You're right. There's 10 selected. And what's my total again? No, just the dice here this time. 12, right? Exactly. 10 out of 12, 5 over 6. Very good. You got it, and you're done. And so you can see the math is really simple, right? That's what we're going to do for all of Chapter 5. It's going to be great, okay? Thank you, guys. Peace out, homies. See y'all later.